Hello YouTube, it's Tim Endgame here, bringing you a deck breakdown of my Granblue deck. Now, it's changed a little bit since I originally ran it. In the incorporation of the new legions, I like the idea of them, but neither of them are as good as what the deck could be with the limit break remover I found. So I made a kind of adaptation to it, to the point where I think it's very good and it's pretty much as good as I can get it. So and we're doing it in a new format, as you can see here. So at the end you'll be able to see the entire deck, which makes you able to see the deck as an overview a bit better, rather than trying to remember what my grade 1s were and things like that. So let us know what you think. So start off with my grade 0s. You've got your normal 12 crit in a deck which is aggressive and has draw power. You don't need the draws. The crit itself, the Banshee, is also very good at getting that into soul draw to mulligan rather than just having a draw trigger or something like that. It is a very, very good card. Starter wise, I'm running the new one, the fledgling pirate, Pinot Noir. And he is, when your Vanguard is in Legion, or Legions, sorry, put it into soul and then revive one. So you get you could get a plus with that with the grade 1 Banshee. Alternatively, just swap it out for a better boost. Other than that, there's not really much of a alternative beyond what I normally use, which is just Peter the Ghosty, which is the counter +1 into soul, mill 2, and then draw 1, which helps yourself set up Legion a bit quicker. But there are things in this deck like Ruin Shape to help you get there fast enough anyway. It's Granblue. Anyway, moving on. You have the grade 1s, which is 4 Perfect Guard, 4 Banshee, 4 of the Limit Break Remover, and 2 of the 7k, which when it's revived from the drop zone, it gets 3k. So you can, rather than the old plus 2k to something Banshee, to help a column hit 21, this helps a column hit 26, which is very, very good. But you have to maximise the Banshees now, because of the lack of ability to get it there, and it's more consistent as well. You have to minimise the 6k, so I can't run another 6k. The alternatives being you could run Quinset Walls, but all my counter blasts are used for my Vanguard, and Romario, which is nice behind the Break Ride for a 21 column, but other than that I have no room for it. Banshee is the heart and soul of the deck. The Limit Break Remover allows the deck to run at a ridiculously fast rate now, and the 7k revival when it's revived, the Armin allows you to get that pushing column. It's not necessarily necessary to find, but whatever it was, it'd be that case anyway. Moving on to grade 2s. You have the 4 Ruin Shade. That is an amazing card to get your Legion off as quickly as you can, but it's mainly there to get the Banshees into the drop zone. You're still looking to get the grade 1 and the crit Banshee in there, so you can have it ready. But you've also got the nice tech of the 2 Legion mates now, which again, it's there just for a Legion mate, but if you get it in there for a nice little plus, why not? The Blue Blood's still in there at 4, because it's a 10k beat stick that we put behind the 6k, to still hit a decent number, and the tech of the Deadly Spirits in there, just in case I ride the wrong Vanguard, which I'll explain in just a moment. Alternatives being the 12k Swinger, the Corrupt Dragon. When it's revived, it gets 12k. I've seen it used quite well with the Limit Break Remover and things, because it was revived, it gets 3k, becomes 12k, boosted by 6, it gets plus 5k on it, or even by itself, 12 plus 5, 17 it hits a barrier, and it's difficult to deal with as an early game rush, but that's not my play style on Granblue at all. Alternatively, you got your on flipper, you're on hit, but needed because of my Vanguard and a tech. The most I'd do is use it as a tech, but I'd rather have the option to recover than that. But moving on, finally, you've got my Vanguard lineup, which is perfect. It's perfect. It's 3 Break Ride, 3 of the Superior, which is the Night Snow, and the Pinot Noir. Right, so the Break Ride you're looking to go to do first, but 4's too many. You don't want a Break Ride. But it needs to be found exactly the same as this, but for the opposite reason. 3, 4, you don't want to ride it first. You want to Break Ride it. But that's why the brake remover's at 4, just in case you have to ride it. But it has to be. What you really want to do is ride it or mill it to the drop zone and Superior ride it. All the counterblast will be used for that. As soon as you're out of counterblast or as an initial ride, whilst you're waiting to find the Break Ride, Pinot Noir comes in. The only thing I don't like about it is the fact you send the 4 triggers back, and then you mill 3 to revive 1. It just seems like if you mill 3 of the 4 you just sent back somehow, it would just be terrible. The only awesome alternative that I'm tempted to run, which would be ridiculous, but if you're running a pure Legion deck with the Limit Break Remover in it, I'd go for the Necromancer Reverse, because you can just go lock, mill 3, revive 1, lock, mill 3, revive 1, lock, mill 3, revive 1, and then just Legion all the triggers back. That would be an amazing deck, because it will fill out the field, but you have to find the Limit Break Remover straight away, or else you're pretty stuffed. Again, it's not really my playstyle, but it'd be quite. It's just I try not to stay away. I stay away from the ideal, ideally. So yeah, how the deck's going to run, I guess I'll cut and show you in just a moment. But just before that, as I said, so these 6 are your focus. That's your backup. You're looking to ride Ruin Shade first, and yeah, the deck's quite efficient. So here we go, I'll let you know how it runs. Okay, so in regards to playing the deck, as you can see here, this is what you're focusing for. You are aiming to ride the Ruin Shade and guard with 2 units. That's setting up the Legion if you need to. Alternatively, you can just mill until you find these 2 key units, the 2 Banshees. That is what you're setting up for. As long as you have both of them in the drop zone, you can do the ideal ride. So let's say you rode that fine, and you went for the Break Ride. Then you're looking to either Superior Night Snow for the 2 counterblast, 2 Soul Blast, or just ride it. And then when you find a Break Ride again, then you can Soul Blast the Night Snow out, and then have another go. Blue Blood needs to be out, or 11k, so that 6k is fine. It doesn't matter what's here, you should need a Limit Break Remover to get off as quick as you can. And of course, if you can get the Pinot Noir Legion Mate, that's good. So let's just say that you had what you needed. That's what you need to do. Use a Break Ride it. Reviving these 2 is the ideal way to get as many pluses as you can, because it's Break Ride, say +1 because you've done a re-ride. It's a 1 for 1, and then you Soul Blast it back. You Soul Blast something out. Well, it wouldn't be that because it's an act. So Soul Blast and draw, and then you go Counterblast using that effect to pop it and bring it back to Soul Blast and draw. So essentially, this has plussed you back the 1 that you've just reridden. So it's a +1, 2, 3, which is always nice. And if you have a Legion, that goes to Soul and swaps out for a Banshee itself. So it is quite explosive and rushy, as much as you want it to be. There are different ways, but I prefer running it in the old way and then keeping it up to date with the Legions in there. It just fixes problems it has. It's got as much draw power as it had, but it just does it earlier. And that's pretty much it. Okay, and that was my Granblue Limit Break Legion, which I haven't even taken out. Deck breakdown. The only thing I can mention, as on a side note, is with the introduction of strides, you're looking to even speed this up even a bit more, technically. You can discard something like the Night Snow or the Banshee with something else if you want to look to neg and then plus, to abuse the setup and the fact it's there, really. To get that triple drive check with the 12 crits, and yeah, it might speed up a bit more. But overall, I've always liked playing Granblue. It's quite a competitive deck, but in any setup deck I wouldn't advise it in a regional tournament. But I definitely advise this build if you're looking to play Granblue at the moment. The tech of 2 legions are there because you don't want to ride it more than once, but it's good as an early or late game ride because you haven't got any resources left. But these 2 units are by far the best combo that Granblue have to offer, in my opinion. So yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.